This is to the this commentary and this talk is to the marijuana heads, the party people who like to party, sit around, smoke blunts, weed. We understand good times. We know. I know how it is. I'm ADOS. I know what we do. I know how we like it, and that's cool. That's a culture thing, but it's taken too far a lot of times because you're constantly doing it. But when you do it, do politics. Put it down. You sit around, you smoking and drinking and desensitized, don't know politics, pay attention. There's nothing wrong with it. I get you. You want to have a good time. In a lot of states, marijuana is legal. You can get the card, you can have your beer, you can have your Moscato for the ladies, if that's what y'all want. And you can also have your drink and your Hennessy. But everything is done, in moderation and cool. It's a way to do it. So you can still keep your swag. The only thing I'm saying to you is do politics and pay attention to what's going on because you are considered to be somebody who's desensitized as a black person in the country. And I'm talking about in a real way. In a way where we also having something going on with just pay attention and learn and get knowledge and be behind whatever is for the greater good for you and your neighbor and your family and your community. You know what I'm saying? Reparations is for the greater good in terms of the history and who you are as a person. This is where we at right now. This is actually where we at. And for you not to be there is it's an inside crime for you not to be there. And a lot of you not there because you paying attention to celebrity gossip, party, loving hip hop, smoking weed, gossiping, doing things like that, and you don't understand what's going on. And that's why you like a buffooner. You bufooning and you don't even realize it. Following all kinds of lyrics, whatever, as though it's a lifestyle and not something to enjoy. You can do it to enjoy it, but not turn it into a lifestyle, whereas though you are sinking in that and anchored around that where the world has to look at you through that lens. They can't see you in no other perspective except for being a thug or a gangster or just following degenerates, just following people. No offense, because I understand, but everybody don't need to know everything about you when they see you coming. Basically, you have to have a discretion. Pretty much pay attention, like I said before. Ain't nothing wrong with you blazing. That's your business. That's your business. I get you. I've been everything I just said, I've been. Even in terms of my intellectual presence that I made it to now. Everything that I just spoke, I've been. And I understand the quality of that in a positive way also. Pay attention though, black folk. Pay attention, black men and women, of what's going on in favor to you. Some of you even so desensitized, whereas you're not paying attention even in that sector. But the other sector alone is that black folks are promoting illegal immigration. Like people who follow hip hop mostly saying, yeah, man, they work hard, man. Them Mexicans work hard, man. They do what we do. You kind of doofus and dumbing yourself down, being a doofus. You don't even have a prestigious intellect in terms of what's in favor of you. That's what I'm saying. No offense. I want you to know that's what I'm saying. You don't have a prestigious outlook on what's in favor as for you and your family and your community. And you learn to promote things. We have like a benevolence for every other people because we understand what it is to be a people that kind of been that has been shoved away and abused, have the nature and the history of abuse in this country. So we got that in our intellects, in our dialogue. So we don't want to see anybody else that way. So we try to be benevolent, but we being benevolent to infiltrators and people who do not have your plight and don't even understand your plight, don't care about your plight. People who would take your food and get up and high over you and fire you on jobs. Like the Hispanics. They'll do it in a minute. Hispanics will fire black people. And they will move you out of office as sheriff and all kinds of things. Renee Hall, the sheriff in Texas, is trying to be removed by a Hispanic group that are in local politics in Texas, Dallas, Texas. Renee Hall. I'm sure she was behind them. But now she's seeing what she's also been protecting is people who are actually removing her and is pointing to her demise in terms of success in the community and her livelihood and her salary. Because once they do that, she's in trouble in terms of how she exists and her group. See, you got to understand what's really going on. There's a broader perspective in terms of illegal immigration. Nobody said that we are just Trumpers, you know, because we can't be totally him because we're not actually a white people who, as a white patriot, protect what they have, because what they have, we've never had a chance to get. But we do have America. We are Americans. We do have that. We have a claim. We do have an inheritance that's held up in terms of our suffering in this great nation. We do. We are a lineage to this space, to this place. We are then anchored in the history of this place. This is our home. We're natives. Okay, we have that, but we're not saying that, oh, we just Donald Trump, this Donald Trump. No, we promote this agenda that's for us. We're being intelligent about this. We're being in dignity about what the law says that's in favor to us. We haven't really did anything wrong to nobody, to no other group, except for ourselves. So we understand where to go with this. We don't want y'all out there who don't understand, using marijuana like crazy, walking with your legs all the way out like you're a rapper, and with your headphones in your ear, singing out and stuff, and not realizing that you can pay attention. There's nothing wrong with you being your own person. But there's something wrong with you constantly doing the same thing all the time and expecting a different outcome. You are somebody, and you need to walk in that light of being somebody. Young men and black women, have some prestige at the grassroots. If you're not educated, that's okay. You can self-educate and then be educated in terms of your family, your community, things you are expected to do. So have some knowledge about yourself. Pull your pants up and act like a person, a man. Be respectful. Learn. Come to my channel. Go to Yvette Carnell. Go to Antonio Moore. Watch the news sometimes. Be prepared, because we need y'all in numbers. Now, it's enough of us swelling the ground to make the other ones pay attention, and that's what I'm doing right now. ADOS, American Descendant of Slavery, is a movement that have reached the mainstream media. We have people regurgitating talking points of our concern, and there's also opposing in terms of talking points, which we have promoted and pushed through Sandy Darity, Yvette Carnell, and Antonio Moore. We have been pushing an agenda because we don't even have an agenda out of many groups that's here, and that's reparations. So if y'all want to get anchored in some capital or anchored in some opportunity that you were supposed to have, you have to pay attention, including having your parties and going where you're going. Everybody have functions and everybody chill and have a good time and blaze and stuff and barbecue, but that don't mean you have to be dumb. I'm tired of black people talking ignorant, upholding illegal immigration and then going against their own, and don't even know their own agenda because you've been desensitized. And the media has showed you that you are what you're doing, and using rappers to actually promote it even more. You can be more educated and profound than that. Walking around basically like a dummy. I don't want to see you like that. Y'all too beautiful. You can still keep your swag and your curricular without being foolish and losing it and not knowing what you need to go and which way you need to be. So pay attention. And we have an agenda going on right now, ADOS, American Descendant of Slavery, and we are moving. This reparation train is going. It's not just talking points. It's actually inserting something. It's actually inserting the government, and they're regurgitating talking points in terms of our favor. And not only talking about DACA. Thank you for joining me.